It is 5:37 p.m. I will call this Finance Committee meeting to order. In the absence of Chair Loth, I will serve as the pro tem chair of the meeting for tonight. Item 2, roll call. Brown?
Here.
Barney is here, and Loth is absent excused. And we have President Ewert filling in as a voting member this evening.
Here.
All right, item 3, agenda revisions and approval.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
I have a motion by Brown, second by Ewert. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That carries. Item 4, approve minutes. Sub-item A, approval of September 16, 2025 meeting minutes. I'll look for a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the September 16, 2025 meeting minutes.
Second.
Motion by Brown, second by Ewert. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item 5, review and discuss September vouchers. I know there's at least one question.
I received one question. It was in regards to our We Energy's electric bill for the area of the field house, the Performing Arts Center, and the pool. That is, the entire bill was for the whole area, but obviously it's broken down by account number, so the area that was in question was regarding those areas I just listed. In regards to the amount of the invoice and asking if it was multiple months instead of 1 month, and the answer is no, that it was 1 month. I did go back 6 months to see what our bills were, and then I also went back to these 6 months the previous year to see if they were consistent, and they were within $2,000 of those amounts. So the invoice that you did see on today's vouchers was 1 month. So the previous months, it was 23,500-ish, and then it was 32,700, 33,900, 33,200, 23,000. So it does vary, but yes,
Okay.
that was the amount.
Thank you.
That was the only question I received.
All right, thank you. Any other questions on the voucher report? Otherwise, I'll look for a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent to payment vouchers as presented and reviewed.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion by Brown, second by Ewert. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That carries. All right, item 6, reports and updates. United Way grant. Mr. Miziak.
Good evening. The purpose of this update is to notify the board that we were awarded a grant through the United Way. So the United Way of Greater Milwaukee and Waukesha County, through its Helping Kids Succeed initiative for the 25-26 academic school year, awarded the Germantown School District a $100,000 grant. I was made aware of this grant opportunity by Dennis Kohler, who is a teacher at County Line Elementary, and Kelly Schultz, the principal at County Line. Once I was made aware of the opportunity to access this grant, I reached out to the United Way, and they explained to me the different initiatives that could be funded through this grant. They said we had the opportunity to receive up to $100,000 of the grant, and within that, they laid out the different areas in which we could develop proposals for them to approve. So they have a similar structure where there's a committee and then a board that approves them. So once I was aware of the areas in which we could submit proposals, I created 3 separate proposals for the 3 separate areas in which we could receive grant funding. And I've listed them here in this update. So one of them is for digital literacy interventions. So Lexia, which is, if you remember back to Act 20, it's a company that's worked for many years on supporting early literacy, and then IXL, which is another computer-based intervention that we can use with students. The proposal was to provide those interventions to students who may need additional support but weren't on reading plans. Additionally, those interventions would be targeted towards some of our older students who still may be impacted by Act 20, so students in second, third, and fourth grade, so students in fourth grade who had a reading plan in third grade, but then would be continuing on to fourth grade. A second piece of the grant was developed to build family and home connections. Again, that was a specific purpose that was within the grant. So the idea there was to build home-to-school connection packs. So to support our parents in working with our students at home, we would equip those packs with things like the decodable readers that they are exposed to in school so that parents have access to the types of literacy materials that our students have here. And those packs could move between home and school. In addition to that, Bridges has several games and things that students play here at school, and we would use this opportunity to build some of those packs so that those students can continue to use those opportunities at home with their families. And the last area that the grant was directed towards were sensory supports. So sensory supports, this is probably the broadest category that we have here, so this could be used in conjunction with pupil services to identify specific needs that we have within buildings, not necessarily for student-specific needs, but general needs that the school might have in terms of strengthening the sensory supports that they have, adding additional materials to sensory rooms so that students would have access to those materials.
All right, thank you. Any questions?
Mr. Misiak, other school districts in the area have received this grant as well, correct?
That's correct.
All right, it's just an informational item. I think if we counted this on our board agenda donations, we'd be way over our average, but
By about 100,000.
yeah, it's excellent. All right, well, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that takes us to item number 7, new business. Monthly purchase requests exceeding $15,000 and purchasing or project build results. Item 1, hydroponic gardens.
Yes, I'm here tonight looking for an amendment to the, for the project, the hydroponic vegetable gardens that were not to exceed $125,000. I'm looking for approval for an additional $2,619.65, as there were a few unforeseen projects that resulted in additional costs. A couple of the big ones was the flooring repair in the hallway where they had to tear up the floor for the plumbing to connect to the sewer. That was in the hallway. That was close to $3,000. And then also the reverse osmosis water storage tank that I initially had looked at purchasing would not fit through the door. So we had to look at other tanks and another pump system, and that was close to $4,000. And then additional miscellaneous construction, which was about $2,000. So, any questions that you have?
Well, I just want to say I appreciate you bringing this forward. It's something I brought up, I think, last month about a motion that was not to exceed something, and in this case, we've exceeded it, and I very much appreciate you bringing it forward so the board has the full vision of what this project costs.
Great, thank you.
All right, if there's no questions, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion with a positive recommendation to the full Board of Education approve additional expense $2,619.65 for the construction project of classroom A102 for a hydroponic vegetable garden at the GHS to fund from the food and nutrition budget.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion by Ewert, second by Brown. Any discussion?
Yes, so the numbers you just provided us are a lot more than that $2,619. So my guess is you were actually initially under budget for the project?
Correct.
And as far as the construction overrun on it, and I don't, Mr. Lord, if you can answer it, because we took care of all the internal staff took care of that construction project, or who was responsible for it? For this construction project, so the flooring and all of that, who took care of that? Who did the work?
That was the contractor.
Okay. Okay, thank you. That'll answer my next question, so, thank you.
Okay.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That carries. Thank you. We'll move on. Item 2, Amy Bell Elementary Overflow Lot Pave and Stripe Project. Mr. Lord.
Yes, thank you. Yes, so per the 2025-26 capital projects list, within the 5-year capital improvement plan, staff received a proposal from Johnson's and Sons Paving, the selected contractor that did all of our summer work, asphalt work over the summer, for the proposal to pave and stripe the overflow lot at Amy Bell Elementary. This project includes the asphalt and grading, asphalt grade and paving of 13,583 square feet. It will also include the layout and painting of the pavement markings using Wisconsin DOT marking paint and ADA requirements. This project, if approved, would tentatively be completed by the end of October.
All right, thank you.
And, yeah, just attached, I'm showing that overflow lot across Willow Creek.
Any questions from the committee or board members?
Reserve it for discussion.
Yeah, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion with the positive recommendation to the full Board of Education to approve the Amy Bell Overflow Parking Lot using Johnson and Sons Paving for the amount of $57,184 funded out of Fund 41, Capital Improvements Budget.
Second for discussion.
Thank you. A motion by Brown and second by Ewert. Discussion.
Mr. Lord, I believe you were given a couple of homework assignments on this project. One, to potentially see moving the entrance exit of this overflow lot to align with the Amy Bell lot itself. Was that done?
It is not completed yet, but it is underway.
Would that change the cost of the project?
No. Not as far as the parking lot itself. There will likely be additional costs as far as on our property for any pavement, signage, or markings.
Are you aware of any regulations? This is not a state highway, correct? Just making sure, yeah, no, it's not. But are there any regulations that would prohibit that exit entrance to be moved to the west to align with the Amy Bell lot, given that it would be very close to the intersection?
From an initial discussion and communications, no.
So if we're looking at moving it, that's the direction it would go? It wouldn't go to that east entrance?
Yes. Yep.
Signage. I think we talked about signage in buildings and grounds.
Yes, we looked into certain signage that we would need. Multiple of them will really revolve around the final scope of the project, so to say, as far as the crosswalk goes, and what will be necessary and what will not be necessary, and also what we prefer versus what we might not. There's a level of signage between the lower cost plain signage to higher cost lighting and signaling digital signage type of.
So a sign that would flash or emit, or they could press
Yep.
a button?
Yep.
Okay.
And that'll take a little bit of further detail as far as what we think the use and traffic will be in utilizing that lot on a daily basis, to what extent we feel is for the safest for all staff and community citizens.
When will we have those answers?
It's hard for me to gauge that. I'm hoping as soon as possible. I would really like to try and get this all wrapped up before winter strikes. So I will do my best to have solid information into the next meeting.
And then you said you don't anticipate any additional costs to potentially moving that entrance exit, but we'd be reconstructing or constructing a culvert and drive. So I would
Yes.
assume that would be material and time.
Yes, as a separate, I'm sorry, I meant additional costs as far as the parking lot goes. Yes, that will take additional time and funding for the crosswalk itself, because, again, yes, we'll need a culvert, and depending on what material we choose to go above that culvert as well, leading, again, all the way into signage and
So
striping.
would you leave this initial entrance there, or walk me through what your thoughts and plans are?
Yeah, this entrance would stay there. This is really where the best main entrance is, but that secondary, more or less, again, just for foot traffic, would be further to that east to align with the first apron
Do you
in
think-
the front drive there.
Your recommendation then is to erect a culvert crossing and to lead to a road crossing that's just for foot traffic, not vehicle traffic?
Correct.
So the entrance exit would remain
Yeah,
in its current location?
I think, yeah, between thought processing and even recommendations, I think it would be safest to keep them separated.
I agree with that.
Anything further, Mr. Yu?
Not for my questions, no.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else, committee or board members?
Before we vote on it, I would just like to add that this was, during Buildings and Grounds, I believe it was Mr. Pollock, can you help me with what that vote?
It was 2-1 in favor.
2-1 in favor, so there was one. I was not a voting member of that. I will be voting no for this evening, not because I don't want to get it done, not because I don't want that lot paved, because the school desperately does need it, but for a couple of issues. The totality of the project was not scoped out properly, and no bid process was followed for it. And I can't support that as a financial approval for this district at this time.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I was present at building committee and heard the comments and can appreciate the vote that was made at that point and the vote that'll be made later tonight. I can also appreciate that it'd be nice to have this done before the end of the year, and if we delay another month, it's probably not going to get done. That being said, had this gone to RFP, we may have still been able to have it at this meeting tonight if that process would have started immediately. So that's where the struggle comes from.
Can I ask one question?
Yeah.
Budgetary, and if this does not go through, you're going to have an extra $57,000 in the budget. If you can't get it done this year, I'm assuming there's projects that can be utilized too. Does that roll over? What happens with that money? And how does this affect next year's budget? And
This would technically be going into we would utilize the same funding with the potential addition as a full scope to do this following summer. So it would technically still be a 2025, 26 capital project.
Okay,
The
so-
idea was to just have it completed.
So if it's done this fall or in the spring
Yep,
with proper scoping,
yep.
financially, there's no issues there for the business office? Sorry.
You gotta turn it on.
There we go. It's coming out of Fund 41, which is capital projects, which does roll over if the money isn't spent.
Okay.
So if for some reason it would not get done in the 25-26 school year, which I don't think would be an issue, Mr. Lord would bring the capital plan back, the 5-year to 10-year capital plan back, to move something into its space for board approval, and then it could be in a future year, if that's what the board chooses.
Okay. So financially, no, there's no issue for you
No.
from that. Mr. Lord, is the current gravel lot plowed in the winter?
Just a few times as of right now. Typically, we do special requests for a few winter events and things of that nature that we know will be utilized. Outside of that, we try to hit it. I mean, if we get quite a bit of
But it-
snow, I have them take it
But it would be
down.
regularly plowed regardless if it was paved?
Yes, yes.
Is there a reason that changes?
I think it's just the sheer fact that if we put the paved lot there along with the crosswalk, there's a good chance that it would just be utilized more, draw more attention for daily use.
I think it is used daily now, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Any other discussion, questions?
No.
All right, so we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
No.
That motion carries. All right. Moving on, item number 3, snow removal bids. Mr. Lord.
Yes, thank you. So the 3-year district-wide snow removal services agreement ended this past April of '25. Staff received 3 proposals from comparable service contractors. The contractors were instructed to submit their proposals with clearly identifying the hourly cost of their equipment and labor rates, as well as the cost of salt per pound, as this was the selection, excuse me, as this is what the selection process would be rated with. DeAngelis Construction LLC has been identified as the budget-wise contractor of choice. DeAngelis Construction has also served the district snow removal as the district snow removal contractor for several ongoing years now, and has continued to ensure that the Germantown School District is their priority. So attached is the 3 proposals received, and as you can see, DeAngelis they were fairly competitive, but DeAngelis definitely had them by a rounded few $100s.
All right, thank you.
And this is something I'm bringing because we typically budget roughly $150,000 for snow removal every year. As of the last few years, that has been more than enough, especially last year. So that's just as the finance portion goes.
All right, thank you. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion with a positive recommendation to the full Board of Education to approve the 3-year snow removal service agreement with DeAngelis Construction LLC.
Second.
All right, motion by Brown, second by Ewert. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That carries. Thank you, Mr. Lord.
Thank you.
Moving on to item 4, district-wide loaner laptops. Mr. Kellenhofer.
Good evening. I'm here recommending the purchase of 24 HP EliteBook 860 G11 laptops using common school funds. These laptops would be housed in the Germantown High School library for general use, primarily used to be checked out to staff when their laptops are in need of repair, used for testing purposes by the IT department, and used as overflow sub laptops when the high school has more subs needed than average. We currently have 2 large groups of laptops in the district. One is the main staff group, which we just refreshed this summer. The second group is administrative laptops. The admin laptops are they are going in their 3rd year right now. We've had some issues with them, and because it's a small group and they're the only laptops of that model in the district, we've had issues being able to issue loaners when they have issues. So this will allow us to refresh our loaner fleet with brand new laptops, and then take the loaners that we currently have to refresh the admin laptops. And one nice thing for us about that is that the admins and the rest of the staff will be on the same exact model, allowing us to provide better service for them.
All right, thank you. I'll entertain a motion.
Bring forward to the Board of Education with a positive recommendation to purchase laptops from Bloom, is that correct?
Bloom.
Using common school funds for a total not to exceed $26,795.76.
Second.
All right, we have a motion by Brown, second by Ewert. Any discussion?
I'll ask a question. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just seeing the one quote. Did we look at any other companies to provide quotes for this?
Yeah, I did. I received a second quote from SHI, who our purchase this summer was from. I didn't attach that to this, but I can provide that.
Do you have the quote number?
Yeah,
I'm assuming it's different than the,
the quoted price for the laptops.
yeah, I'm just wondering what the comparable quote was if we
Yep.
were
I
deciding.
can
between
pull
two.
that up. It was slightly higher, like I think it was about $10 higher per unit.
Sure.
Yeah, their price was $1,136 per laptop for a total of $27,264.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Just in the future, if we have those quotes, it's just nice to be able to see. I mean, it's an easy justification as to, as long as the service, you know, their timeliness and their business structure is conducive to you getting your job done and providing these, and it's just a price point scenario, it's just nice to be able to see those side by side for us.
Okay.
Just so we know we're doing our due diligence on a price point.
Yeah, yeah, I have it, so next time around I'll be sure to
Yep.
include that.
No, but thank you for having it handy.
Any other questions? I do have one. It says that it's coming out of common school funds. Does that mean that we're limited as to what we can actually use these devices for, since it's coming out of that particular fund?
Yeah, I'm not an expert on common school funds, but my understanding is that devices purchased with common school funds have to be housed in the library for 1 year to be checked out for use. And our tech office is inside the library, so that meets that need, and they'll all be used for checkout for subs or as loaners.
All right, thank you. Any other comments or questions?
No.
Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That carries. All right, that takes us to item number 8. I'll look for one final motion.
Motion to adjourn?
Second?
Motion by Ebert, second by Brown. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And we are adjourned at 6:05 PM.